Hi, I'm Britt Dewey, and this is my EDL 855 Module 1 Educational Leadership Video Introduction. A little bit about me. I'm from Silver Lake, Kansas. I graduated from Washburn University with a bachelor's degree in history with an emphasis in education. I also played football at Washburn University. I recently got engaged, and we're in the process of wedding planning for this summer's wedding. Some of my hobbies. Sports are a big part of my life. I enjoy watching the Chiefs, Royals, Liverpool, any college football game, especially LSU, and I enjoy traveling. Me and my fiance last year went to Iceland and Australia, and this coming summer we're hoping to go to Thailand. So we enjoy going to see new places, experiencing new cultures, and meeting new people. My current position I'm at Santa Fe Trail. This is my third year. Santa Fe Trail. The school I'm at is located in Carbondale, Kansas. Um, there's two other communities that feed into the Santa Fe Trail school system, so it's a fairly large district. I'm a seventh grade geography teacher. I also coach middle school football and middle school boys basketball, and then this year I'm gonna jump up from being the middle school track coach to the high school sprints coach. All right, so why do politics influence schools but not necessarily move school leaders to take action based on politics? So the 10th Amendment reserved specific powers to the states. Therefore, it removed the federal government direct authority over education. So each state has sovereignty to determine their approach to the educational process. School districts are affected by policy and dependent upon government funding to operate, however. So the federal government can set regulations such as testing and quality indicators, which are again mandated by the federal government. And then the funding gets dispersed between all 50 states. Um, so school leaders must follow the policy. School leaders cannot use school time or school email to um, or for any political purposes. School leaders can be involved in politics, but it must be on their own time. So they couldn't be actively within school promoting a particular um, leader, governmental leader, but within their own time they could be actively involved in um, the process for promoting a politician. Why did Sanders focused on outcomes and seemingly split the work and skills of a profession from the knowledge and wisdom of that profession? So the focus became narrow, specifically to get whatever the final income was. So in this case, it was test results, um, and this limited the whole process of learning. So the standards drove accountability and education forward, which was a good thing, but people lost sight of the important things that went along with the educational process. So obviously, schools became um, test focused, standardized test focused, so they would coach their students up to perform well on the test, and that's pretty much what the education process looked like for a long time. So again, that got it drove education forward. All the schools were promoting high achievement on the standard of the state assessment tests, and they lost out of the actual learning process that went along with it, and it just really became test prep. Why the standards evolved to explicitly call for the school's leaders' direct action. So state assessments became the focus point, like I mentioned on the previous slide. And as a school leader, it's ultimately your responsibility for the school's outcome. So if the focus is state assessments and those standards, you're going to be graded on whether you met the standards or not. So you will be looked at as a success if you met the standards or had a high um, um, had a high achievement rate for your students, and you would be a failure if you had low achievement on those tests. So leaders in schools were judged solely on those results. I think we all know what it looks like. You shut down pretty much for a week or two, and everybody's testing in the computer lab or now on their Chromebooks, and it was a big deal. So, but ultimately, that is up to the school's leader to promote that. So, if that's what they're judged on, they're going to push that forward because it's their responsibility to. Why school leaders must become political activists on behalf of students and their families. School leaders know the students and the families of their district, and they know what the needs are for those students and their families. Educational leaders must promote what the district needs. They must work with the representatives to keep them informed on what the needs are. Um, Obviously, you need to be persistent and share what you need. If you don't communicate with your representative, they will have no idea what your school needs. And another thing you could do is invite the representative to the school and have them see firsthand what good things are going on with the school, and how with their help you could drive that success even farther forward. Why do politics surrounding educational policies provide the strongest connection between what school leaders feel and do and their abilities to strategically think about how to handle it all? So policies drive the school system. They will drive what the school does. Leaders must address the policies and use them as the driving force within the educational system. So whatever the policy at your school says, that's your job as the leader to enforce the policy and build upon the policy. So my critique of my own personal and professional views, thoughts, misgivings on how politics influence my decision-making process and educational leadership decisions. So for one, I think I build relationships well with students and staff members. So as an educational leader, I will continue to build positive working relationships with all stakeholders. I will embrace working in a team and as a member of a team. And I'm willing to listen and collaborate. So I'll use collaboration to hear everybody's input and then use that to help make the best and most informed decision to help my school keep moving forward in the right direction and ultimately benefit our students. What do you propose will help you improve or enhance your current educational leadership decision practices that are politically driven in order to improve student achievement and support continuous school improvement in your classroom, school district, and community? I'm a young educator. I still have a lot to learn, so I will continue to seek advice from veteran leaders on how to handle situations. I will look to delegate and empower others on my team to become leaders within the school. So for me, I really want to build a team feel within my school and empower my trusted employees to become leaders themselves. So I look forward to learning from all of you guys in this class and continue uh, working to get where we all want to get to, and that's becoming an educational leader.